Chelsea are moving mad this window. Branthwaite, Guéhi, Nico Williams, Garnacho, Sancho, and Jamie Bynoe-Gittens. Links flying in from every angle, but not every name makes sense. Not every signing takes us forward. So in this video, I'm breaking down who fits, who flops, and who we should be going all in for this summer. Like this content, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's get into it. So right now, Chelsea fans, we might have a serious one on our hand, because according to Simon Johnson of the Daily Mail Sports, the Blues are weighing up a move for Everton Jarrad Branthwaite, a centre-back who fits everything this Chelsea new project is about. But there is just one problem. David Moyes, who is now in charge at Goodison Park, is reportedly reluctant to sell. Now look, we have been linked with a long list of defenders this window. Gerard Gila, Thomas Araujo, but Jarrad Branthwaite might be just the one that makes most sense, because he's got the rare blend of Premier League experience and physical dominance, calmness on the ball, and he's only 22 years old. This is the kind of profile that the Chelsea board loves, young with sky-high potential, but already battle-tested in the Premier League. Not another gamble, not a raw prospect, but someone who is ready today. Let's talk about numbers. Last season, Jarrad Branthwaite was a key figure in Everton's backline. 30 appearances in the league, average 1.7 tackles and 1.5 interception per game. Won over 65% of his area duels, and has now completed 86% of his passes, even under pressure, in a team fighting relegation. Now imagine that kind of composure and aggression next to Levi Colwill or Wesley Fofana. That's the kind of backline you build the future. We know Enzo Maresca wants to build from the back, keep possession, draw the press, break the line. Branthwaite is left-footed, confident under pressure, and reads the game like a veteran. It's no surprise Manchester United wanted him a season ago. But this is where Chelsea need to move smart. We can't wait around this window. If the board really wants a Premier League proven centre-back with high upside, this is the one. But it won't be easy. Everton boss David Moyes is reluctant to sell. He sees Branthwaite as a foundation of his rebuild, someone who can lead from the back and be the face of the team. And with Everton just about surviving last season, the last thing they want is to lose one of their best players. It will take a serious bid, probably not about £60 million, to even open the door. Branthwaite brings something different, that blend of Premier League toughness and tactical intelligence. We need a defender who can command the box but also start smooth. Branthwaite can do both. At 6'5", he's dominant on the air, but he doesn't panic on the ball, and that's what exactly Maresca wants. Chelsea has already moved quick for players like Delap, and we know this summer window is about fine-tuning the squad, not another rebuild. If the club believes in this player, it's time to act, because this is the kind of signing that doesn't just fill a gap, it raises the ceiling of the entire team. So Chelsea fans, what do you think? Will Jarrad Branthwaite be worth the investment? Now listen, Branthwaite is great, no doubt, but having a Cobham graduate at the heart of our defense, that just hit different. So that's why Chelsea are thought to be weighing up a move for Branthwaite. There is another name quiet rising to the top of the list, Marc Guéhi. According to the Guardians, Chelsea are seriously considering an attempt to bring back Guéhi to Stamford Bridge this summer. And here is where it gets interesting. Reports also suggest that the 24-year-old is open to running down his contract at Crystal Palace, which could force their hand. It means Chelsea might be able to strike a deal without paying ridiculous fee. This isn't just another transfer, this is unfinished business. Since leaving Chelsea since 2021, Guéhi has done nothing but prove himself every single week at Palace. He developed into one of the most consistent defenders in the Premier League, and for England, he's firmly in Tuchel's World Cup plans. He already got 23 international caps, and he's trusted in a back four, a back three, whatever system it is. He's sharp in 1v1, dominant in the air, calm under pressure, and more importantly, he's a leader. Now, if you look at what Enzo Maresca is trying to build, ball-playing defenders who are press-resistant, positional intelligent, tactical adaptable, Guéhi is perfect. He played under managers like Vieira, Hodgson, and now Glasner. All very different style, and still performed. He's tactically versatile, more than ready to step up to a club playing in Europe again. And don't forget, we are back in Champions League. We need a strong rotation in defense to handle that schedule. Now imagine this, Levi Colwill and Marc Guéhi, two Cobham boys, two England international, one left-footed, one right-footed. This is a span you can build your team around for the next 6 to 7 years. Forget about panic buys, this is smart squad building. And the best part, we have a buyback clause. Reports suggest that it isn't set in stone, but Chelsea still hold some kind of matching rights if Crystal Palace choose to sell. Jarrad Branthwaite is a top tier option, no doubt. But personally for me, there's something special about watching a Coban graduate work out at Stamford Bridge, captain material, leading from the back. Marc Guéhi isn't just a safe option, he's a perfect fit. So Chelsea fans, have you seen the report? Branthwaite or Guéhi? Two elite defenders, two Premier League proven, but only one was built at Coban. Let me know who you choose is, and let's debate about it in the comment section. Right then, we are back in Champions League and the transfer target is leveling up. According to Simon Phillips, the club is now exploring the cost for a move for Nico Williams, the electric winger from Atletico Bilbao, and finally, it feels like Chelsea are thinking big again. Now listen, I absolutely love Rodrigo. Let's not pretend otherwise. He's a Champions League killer, high scored in front of goals, and even if there is a 1% chance of him leaving Real Madrid, you go all in. But realistically, Rodrigo is not leaving unless Mbappe, Vinicius, Brahim Diaz, Endrick all take his minutes and his demands out. It's complicated, which is why Nico Williams is more than just a plan B. He's the real deal. Let's talk about numbers. 11 goals, 7 assists in all competition last season. Average 2.9 key passes per game. Completed 3 take-ons and among the top 5 wingers in Europe. He's explosive, he's two-footed, his delivery from wide area is elite. This isn't just flair, this is productivity. And he's only 22 years old. He's already a full Spain international. He has done it in a high-pressure environment, in a system that demands both hard work and discipline. And the scary part, he's just scratching the surface. This is a winger who fits Enzo Maresca blueprint like a glove. He holds width, breaks line, creates overload, and more importantly, he doesn't go missing in big games. Nico gives you something different. Decision making in the final third, he doesn't just run. He knows when to press, when to shoot, and when to recycle. And that's what separates potential from elite level outputs. Pair Nico on left with William Ekstova on the right. In a couple season, that serious future frontline. Dynamic, unpredictable, and built for Europe. And now we're officially back in the Champions League. We can finally go for players with talent. We are not pitching a project anymore, we are pitching a seat at the table with Europe elite teams. Now this one is a little bit complicated. According to the Guardian Sports, Alejandro Garnacho will be available for 40 million this summer if Manchester United are willing to let him go. And guess what? Chelsea are monitoring the situation. But right now the early front runners are Napoli. And let's be honest with you, this one is tricky. Garnacho is a high selling winger, no doubt. He's 20, he's quick, he's fearless. He's got that South American aggression and he can do this spectacular. But the question is, do I want him at Chelsea? Not really. But here is the thing, you can't judge a player strictly based on what they do at Manchester United, because that club is a circus. The development path is broken. Talent gets thrown in, misused, scapegoated. It's a graveyard for young players trying to evolve into winning environments. Look at McTominay. People wrote him off for years, sideways matched, not technical enough. What happens next? Moves to Napoli, becomes a key starter, win the Serie A, got voted the MVP of the league. He's now one of the most respected midfielders in Italy. Look at Elanga, another so-called Manchester United reject. He's now balling out at Nottingham Forest, creating, scoring, becoming a leader in the dressing room at just 22. All it took was just a change of scenery, a proper manager, and a team that believes in his quality. Now back to Garnacho. He's very wrong. One game he's giving you a banger at Goodison Park. The next one he's losing ball 20 times and offering zero defensive cover. But the potential is there. He's got the pace, he's got a killer instinct, he's got that I'll take anyone mentality. And if he's actually available for 40 million, you'd at least be tempted, right? This is the dilemma. Do you go for a more polished product like Nico Williams, who gives you immediate input? Or do you take a calculated gamble on Garnacho, a player with potential to explode in a new system, under better coaching with better teammates? Enzo Maresca could coach that chaos into structure. But do you trust Garnacho mentality? Would he fit into a young, disciplined Chelsea squad? That's the big question. Napoli are serious. They are rebuilding. They have got the money and they are offering Champions League football. So if Chelsea wants him, they have to move quickly. But don't be surprised if this turns into another story of Manchester United players becoming superstars somewhere else. It's happened before, it will happen again. So Chelsea fans, I want to know what you think. Will you take the gamble on Garnacho, or is he all flair and no substance? According to the Guardian Sports, Chelsea has previously showed interest in Benjamin Sesko and could try to get involved again if other strike targets fail through. And let's be real, he's an exciting talent, tall, pacey, intelligent movement, 18 goals for RB Leipzig this season. But here's the thing, I don't think Šeško is the striker we need right now. We already got Jackson, yes he's raw and he's still learning, but the tools are there, and most importantly, we just signed Leon Delap, a young powerful number 9, fresh off a proper season in the Premier League with Ipswich, where he showed maturity, hold-up play and instinct in the box. We have already had 2 promising strikers. Why are we chasing another project? Because that's what Šeško is, a project. He's not ready to lead a line week in, week out for a team trying to compete in Champions League, the Premier League and the Cup runs. He's raw, inconsistent, still trying to figure out his positioning and link up. Šeško doesn't walk into Chelsea 11 and make us better. And that's what we need right now, a striker who raises the level. Let's be honest, the last time Chelsea dominated, we had leaders up front, Drogba and Costa, strikers with presence, winners and mentors. That's what exactly Jackson and Delap needs around them. Not someone who they have to compete with for minutes, but someone who they can learn from, someone who has been there, done it, and can show them how to dominate the biggest stages. Šeško is trying to become that. Let's break it down. Jackson, fast, unpredictable, improving. Delap, powerful, direct and hungry. Šeško, similar profile, but add the same youth, the same rawness, the same maybe in 2 years. It's just overlapping development. And that's why if Chelsea are serious, you can go for an Osimhen or a Gyökeres, not another striker who needs 18 months of coaching before he's ready for big time. Because this squad is full of potential already. Now we need certainty, we need finishers, we need leaders in the final third. So Chelsea fans, what do you think? Do you go for Šeško and keep betting on upside, or should we sign someone proven? Someone who can lead while Jackson and Delap develop behind him? Let's step away from the attack for a second. Let's go to the backline, a position that we had a lot of trouble last season. So according to Ben Jacobs, there is no movement yet on goalkeepers. Chelsea are set to judge within, choosing a number 1 from Robert Sanchez, Petrovic, Filip Jorgensen and Mike Penders. And let's be honest, the Club World Cup, that's going to be the playing ground. 4 keepers, 1 shot. Stake doesn't get bigger than this. Now, if I have to call this right, it's between Sanchez and Petrovic. But personally, I think Petrovic edged it. He's just had a phenomenal season at Strasbourg. Player of the season, clean sheet, match-winning saves, and most importantly, confidence, consistency, and control. Meanwhile, Sanchez, I'll keep it respectful. I prefer not to speak. Too many errors, too many moments where you are left scratching your head. You just don't trust him in big games. Filip Jorgensen, I think he settles in as a number 2. Still young, still developing, but not quite ready to command the box like a top-class number 1. And for Mike Penders, the talent is clear, but it's way too early. Let the kid go on loan, get minutes, then come back ready to compete next season. So if it was up to me, Petrovic starts, Jorgensen on bench, Sanchez out of the door if we are being ruthless, Penders to Championship or League 1. This isn't time to be sentimental. It's Club World Cup, it's Champions League, it's Maresca ball under pressure. We need goalkeepers who can make save, command box and actually give the backline confidence. Right now, that's Petrovic. Let me know in the comment section who is your Chelsea number 1. Drop a like if you trust Petrovic, subscribe if you think Sanchez shouldn't even be in the conversation. So according to reports, Chelsea are now in talks with Borussia Dortmund for Jamie Bynoe-Gittens, and they want to get it wrapped up before the Club World Cup kicks off. A young winger, another exciting talent. But let's be real here, this feels like another project signing. Yes, the talent is there, quick feet, decent dribbler, great in flashes, but does he really improve us right now? I don't think so. We have already got Nani Madueke, Extoval, Neto, even Sterling still floating around. We are not short on wide attacks, we are short on consistency and end product. That's not what Jamie Bynoe-Gittens bring yet. And that's the key word, yet. He's still raw, still developing, still figuring out how to turn talent into output. Would Maresca improve him? Of course. Would Cobham help him grow? Absolutely. But if we are being honest, Chelsea don't need another winger who might come good in 2 years. We need players who walk in ready to contribute. We are playing in Champions League, we are going to the Club World Cup. This isn't time to be sentimental. It's time to compete. So while the scouting is smart and the profile fits the project, my opinion, it's a no. Let Dortmund develop him. Let another club take that risk. Because right now, we have got bigger priorities. Get a top striker, finalize the backline, decide the number 1, then and only then we start thinking about potential. So that's the video here. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. You go be.